We had a truly amazing milestone this year in hitting $2 billion in revenue. And what excites me for how we did it is we continue to grow the core business well, but we've invested hard in the new products, and to see 40 to 50% growth rates out of our emerging technologies is just phenomenal to see. So we're not just continuing to grow the base, we're also building a whole portfolio of products that our customers really need and want. I want to thank all Red Hat associates for making this possible. This is a huge milestone. No other open source company has reached $200 million in revenue, much less $2 billion. And it's a lot of hard work. So it's just a phenomenal effort across the board, not only to achieve the number, but to really do it in a Red Hat way. Well, I've talked a lot about $5 billion as being the next milestone. And the good news for us is there's not market demand problems. Our customers have needs, and open source can address those needs. So we have, I'll call it a high-class problem, right? Demand's not our problem, but it doesn't mean we don't have problems. We actually have big ones. Think about, how do we scale an organization of a little over 8,000 people to being an organization of over 20,000 people? And if you think about what we'll be in 5 years, literally 75% of the people who will be here in 5 years aren't here now. And you've heard me talk a lot before that our culture and our source of competitive advantage are so tightly tied together. Right? So we have to think about how we bring in that many thousands of people into our culture, inculcate our culture, continue to grow it and expand it, or we won't be successful. And when I think about the single largest problem that we're going to have as a company, it's how we actually solve that. How do we scale our culture? How do we build passion for open source and what we're doing in an organization of 20,000+ people? Scaling our culture isn't something that happens top down. There's certainly things and processes we can put in place, continuing to scale out the way we do onboarding and continuing to message and think hard about our culture. But culture is everybody's problem. Getting from where we are today to 20,000+ people is something that should be in every one of our job descriptions. Culture ends up being the result of the things that we celebrate. And certainly I can celebrate things, but everybody in the company can celebrate the behaviors that we want and expect. So I would encourage everyone in Red Hat, recognize a key part of your role is helping us to scale this culture, because otherwise we won't be Red Hat. And I think we're all proud of what we've built. And in order to take it to the next level, we need to recognize every new associate that comes in here. We need to work to build that same sense of passion and energy for what we're trying to accomplish.